What's going on, everybody? David here, the Digital Dungeon Master. Oh, it's got such a ring to it, doesn't it? So in this video, I'm going to be doing an unboxing of the Gloomhaven board game. This is a new board game that my son got me a couple of weeks ago. He actually got this for me for my birthday. And my birthday was back in February on the 4th. He told me happy birthday. He had a birthday present for me, but it was delayed. And I had no clue what he was talking about. I was just thinking, okay, he's just pawning it off to where he's just going to let me forget about it and then I won't get anything. But I mean, my son's a good kid. He usually buys me something, game related every year, like goblets or something like that. So the Gloomhaven board game was a Kickstarter about a year to a year and a half ago. And my son and I were looking through the Kickstarters, and we saw this, and I was amazed. First off, I'm not really into board games that much, but now that I live in El Paso, I have a group of players that I've met at the local game stores or here. My viewers that are in the Twitch channel that live in El Paso. We are going to be playing board games, and we're also going to be playing Savage Worlds around the table. We're going to be playing Starfinder around the table and Pathfinder 2nd Edition. So now I want to get into board games because we're going to get together, our group that we have, we're going to get together twice a month and maybe 3 times a month. And like I said, we want to play board games. So I traded in a bunch of 1st and 2nd edition books that I had 3 and 4 and 5 of each from. So I went ahead and I got a bunch of store credit, and I got all of the D&D Adventure System cooperative games. So I got Legend of Drizzt, Ashes of a Shardalon, The Wrath of a Shardalon, excuse me, Castle Ravenloft, Tomb of Annihilation, and the Temple of Elemental Evil. So I unboxed those. I was really happy with the way that those games are. I've played a couple of adventures now, single player with the Castle Ravenloft, and you can see those videos here also, and all of the unboxings for that matter. And I'm really starting to get into board games, which is really, really fun, which has been really fun, and it's sort of like a pleasant substitute for playing D&D, because I love playing D&D, but to be able to play these board games that are pretty much the same thing almost as playing D&D has been really fun. And plus my players are really looking forward to playing the D&D box games, and it gets pretty crazy with 1 player, let alone 4 players. And I can just imagine how crazy that's going to get with 4 players, with people exploring the map, and it's just going to be great. But the Gloomhaven puts the D&D board games to shame. And I mean, I've opened this box up one other time and taken everything out, and that's what this video is about. This video is about just showing you all of the contents within it. I have read some of the rulebook. I think the rulebook is about 50 pages or so. I'll show you the adventure book. This game is very complex. It's got a lot of stuff going on, but of course, the more with anything you do, the more you play it, the more you use it, the more proficient you're going to be in it, and the faster it's going to get. So this Kickstarter was $99, and this is the 2nd Kickstarter. So this is the 2nd edition of this game, and it has some things that the 1st edition game didn't come with, like miniatures, updated character cards, adventure book, and etc. So I think there's around 2,000 to 3,000 pieces in this board game. And not only did my son get me the Kickstarter, but he went well out of the range of awesomeness, and he bought me a case for the all of the cards. So all of the cards that come in the game are standard size, like baseball cards, Magic the Gathering cards. So there's 1,000 of these for the game, and there's also 1,000 of these little, they're called European cards, I guess. is what their cards are. I keep hitting my damn camera, and I didn't tighten it down, so my apologies on that, guys, and the horrible production value here. But here's another 1,000 sleeves for the little mini cards. So not only did he get me this, he got me this. He also got me a removable sticker book that has a bunch of extra stickers for all the locations that you visit in the game, and you put these on the interactive map. And then here's a bunch of stickers to upgrade all of your power cards and stuff. So, and these are removable. So you not only can use it once, and there's already stickers in there, but this is a second set of stickers, and he got that for me as well. Then the last thing that he got, which is like amazing, which I never even knew existed, but there are companies that actually make box organizers for the game, because there's so much content. I mean, there's just like so much content in this box. And what this is it's 16 trays that you build out of this like balsa wood, and you put these together, and everything strategically fits back into the box and organizes every single token, card, character box, everything. And I'm going to be making a video as well of this, where it's going to be a time-lapse video of me putting it together and breaking down everything inside and putting it into trays. So it's going to be, it'll be a time-lapse video. But this was $100. So this costs as much as the board game. But if you didn't get it through the Kickstarter, these games have been going for like $200 to $600 on eBay, Amazon, etc. I mean, this thing is like it's very popular right now. And there's an expansion coming out in December that adds a lot more quests, some more classes, item cards, encounter cards. I mean, this is amazing. It's pretty awesome. So without further ado, let's go ahead and let's open this thing up. And like I said, I'm not talking about mechanics. I'm not talking about how to play the game. I don't even know how to play the game fully yet. I am just showing you all of the content that is inside of this box. So let's get this thing open. And it's a really nice thick cardstock too. I mean, obviously it's 20 to 25 pounds. So yeah. So this is everything that's going to be in it. And what I'm going to do is take this box and set it on another table that I have beside me, and I'm going to take the content out one piece at a time and show you guys, because it's going to be a lot easier to do that. So let me move this 25-pound box of awesomeness over to my side, and we'll get to it. So first, I think this is the rules book. No, this is the adventure book. Now the adventure book is massive. This is basically a D&D campaign in a box. I mean, it has everything. Miniatures, stands, monster tokens, full monster sheets. It has everything. And monsters can be upgraded to like 3 or 4 tiers. It has very nicely put together classes and boxes, and we'll get to all that stuff. But this is the adventure book. And there are 96 adventures in here, I think. Look at this, it just keeps going. And then there's a checklist in the back. So wow, you can get high smelling this stuff. There's 95 adventures in here. Look at that. 95 adventures. Oh, looks like this is kind of coming out. I'll have to adjust the rings. But 95 adventures. And every adventure lets you know what map tiles you need. This is how you put it together. Here's all the tokens you need. It has the introduction. It tells you the requirements. It tells you the goal. And this game is advertised as a tactical combat type of game. So do not expect a lot of role play. If you are a role-playing fiend, and if you are a very heavy role player, this game might not be for you. But if you love D&D 4th edition, if you love tactics, if you love a lot of combat in 5th edition or any other edition, this game could probably be for you. And I mean, it looks amazing from what I have seen. And like I said, it goes into every single adventure using all the maps, all the tokens, all the items. You get loot in this game. You get everything, and we'll go over it. So this is the adventure book. 96 adventures. I mean, holy cow. And not only is there 96 adventures, there's like 20 or 30 more downloadable adventures just like this on the Gloomhaven website that were from Kickstarter goals, because I think this did like $3.5 million. So there's like 20 or 30 more adventures that you can print out. And then in December, there's another expansion, the first expansion coming out, that has another class, a bunch of cards. I've already mentioned it, a bunch of adventures, and this is just, it's never ending. So this is the 96 adventures that you get in Gloomhaven. So next, this is the rule book, and this has been updated with the second edition. This is the second edition board game. The rule book is 51 pages, and it has everything that you need on explaining the game and all the components, table of contents. It tells you how to put things together. It tells you about how to put your classes together. It talks about everything: character maps, the ability cards, item cards. There's tons of magic items in this game that you get to keep. You can sell back to the vendors if you travel back to Gloomhaven. If you travel to Gloomhaven, I keep wanting to say Goobhaven. Once you go back to Gloomhaven, you have to do a road encounter, and sometimes it may be a tactical encounter. Sometimes it might be a little bit of role play. Maybe there might be an adventurer that you meet or something like that. So there are, I think there's 6 base classes in the game that you start. I could be wrong, but I think there's 6 base classes that you start with. But as you retire characters at level 7 or 9, I can't remember. And like I said, guys, this is not about tactics. This is not about the rules. This is just me telling you and showing you what you get, and me kind of remembering what I've read about this game. But as you retire characters, you may see them later on down the line in like special encounters, like road encounters or something. And then there's like another 11 classes that you can unlock. So there's a lot of content that is available for you. It talks about the monster cards, your attack modifiers that you get for every class. It talks about how to do the scenario, how to set up all the different quests. I mean, it has everything in this book. How to determine initiative. Everything's in color. I mean, it's beautifully put together. And like I said, this is the second edition. So, yeah, talks about movement. All the rewards. You get treasure when you kill monsters. You have to grab the treasure before it disappears. There's a campaign board that I'm going to show you next with the stickers. Every class has like character sheets, and also there's a party sheet. There's party achievements that you can unlock that will give your party bonuses. There's class achievements as well. And there's all kinds of background stuff. I mean, it's totally RNG. And the cool thing is there's no rolling of dice. Not a single dice is rolled in this game. Not a single die. Everything is done numerically. So yeah, this is the rule book, guys and gals. Really cool. It tells you everything here. So we'll move on to the game board now. Now, the game board is basically the map of the area, and it folds out. It's got 4 panels to it, and this is Gloomhaven. And I don't know if we'll be able to see the entire map, but I'll move it around so you can. So here's the Gloomhaven board, and this is the map. And all these numbers are the locations. So every time you do a quest and you're successful, you will take one of these stickers, which there are 95, one for every quest, and you'll take these stickers and start putting them on the map to where your party has adventured to. Okay? Now, there's also the global achievement stickers as well for your group or for your character. and then each one of these will unlock something else. And that's where the removable sticker book comes in, because once you use those stickers, you can use these, and supposedly these removable stickers are better than the stickers that actually came with the game, and that's what I read in comments and stuff like that on Reddit. So yes, I did read Reddit. So that's the stickers, which I think is pretty cool. And of course, when you travel from Gloomhaven to another one of these areas, you'll do an encounter roll. And here's where you put your achievements up here, your global achievements. As you can see lightly, as my camera's freaking out. So that's the board game. Yes, it does look interesting for sure. So next we've got a bunch of tiles and tokens, etc. And I think there are 17 pages, 17 thick pages of card stock that has all the tiles. They're all double-sided, which is awesome. So you get a lot of use out of this. Each one of these tiles has like coins or monsters or class tokens or whatever. And there's 17 pages of this stuff. And I'll just kind of show you every single page really quickly. And in fact, I don't even think I'll show you every page, because you will get the gist of this after looking at just a couple. So here's a lot of like elemental stuff too. There's elements that you can intertwine into your attacks and stuff. And I'm super excited about playing this game. I really am super excited. And actually, all my players, we took a look at it. That's when I opened it up for the first time, was with my players, and they were like, wow, we want to play this. This looks awesome. But look at all the monster tokens and all that good stuff, all the tiles. Really nice art too. I mean, this is really nice stuff. They did a great job putting this together. There's all kinds of coins and letters, and all of this stuff has purpose. What the purpose is yet, I don't know. But as I start to read, we'll know. Oh, this is the combat tracker. So here's the different rounds, and then this has to do with elemental magic, which is strong, and then the next round it's waning, and then inert. So it does a lot of damage, a little bit of damage, and like hardly any damage. So I like how they have that into the combat tracker. And the art on all of these monster tokens are just absolutely beautiful. I mean, they didn't cut any shortcuts at all. I mean, they didn't take any shortcuts, I'm sorry. And and the great thing about this, guys, even though it is a hex, I mean, you still can use these for other games. I mean, you can use this for your around the table D&D game, to be honest. I don't see why not. I mean, even though it is a hex, here's all kinds of like obstacles and doors and stuff like that. I would definitely use these in other games. Lots of monsters. Oh wow, cannons, all that stuff. Really nice. Oh, the big tiles obviously are going to break out, and then they all interlock with one another, which is even better, because if you use the D&D tiles, those things don't lock and they can slide around. So I usually put like a crafting putty on the back. So there's like all kinds of like chests and altars and fountains and all kinds of gears and double tiles and big tiles, and yeah, there's some chests there. Nice chest. So yeah, this is beautiful. This puts the D&D box games to shame. But the D&D board games are fun too, and I've only played a couple adventures, but man, I am super enjoying them as well. That's not even really a word, but super enjoying. Yeah, but there's like all kinds of tables and desk and all that stuff. And then you search that stuff, and then there's a chance to find treasure and items in there. So I mean, this is the last one, but I mean, there's so much stuff in this board game so far in this box. So these are all of the 17 panels, I think there was. Let me count these really quick. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. There's 18. So I couldn't even count the first time. There's 18, which is beautiful. Then we've got some foam stuff that kind of keeps everything protected. You're going to get 4 of these because this is a game for 1 to 4 players. So this is part of the second edition. These are your XP trackers and your life trackers, and they have little turnable dials. These weren't in the first edition. I'm glad I got a second. Then there are, let's see, let's take this out. Let's actually take this out of the, can I get this out of the box? Stand by. Wow, this is there's a lot, there's so much stuff in here. Here's I don't know what this is for, but it looks like a secret decoder. Here's a sealed town records books, and there's more in the sticker book to reseal this for other games. Here's more stickers for upgrading your powers. Here's a tablet of party sheets. Here are some unopened documents that your players get to read. And in the sticker book has more seals that you can seal these things back up. Let's see, next. Let's break out the, I'm going to try to take, oh no. I'm going to try to take this out of the box. I think, did I break it? If I did, that's okay because this is going to get changed out anyway. No, I don't think so. So here's the rest of the content that's in the box. Oh, here's another open this envelope when you feel you deserve it. I don't even know what that is, but that was in there as well. And here's the bottom tray, which is going to get reworked when I put that balsa wood together. So these over here are miniatures for each class, if I'm not mistaken. So let's open one of these up. I haven't opened them up yet. Yep, it is the resin miniatures. That looks like a roguish type of class. So these are miniatures. You see there's like a bard and all kinds of stuff, like a psionist, looks like a fighter. These boxes here are the classes. And these are class boxes. I mean, this is actually pretty amazing. Let's see what's in these. I haven't opened these up yet, so. Wow, there's a bunch of stuff in here. So this is for what class? I have no clue. The NX Brute. So there's like a sheet for you, and it has like life and everything on it, all the different actions and end of round. Some history about the NX Brute. It looks like some it looks like a story. Every class has an attack deck. Whenever you make an attack, you take a modifier card, and that's cool because every single class gets one of these decks, and the monsters get decks too, which is pretty cool. I think these are the class tokens that you need. Here's like a big stack of action cards where it has your attack and your movement, and you get to play 2 around. So if you have this, you can play the top of this card, and how I understand it, you play the bottom of the other card that you chose. I think so. I think that's how it works. I could be wrong, but I think I read it like that. So you can't play both. You have to play the top of one card and the bottom of the other, I think. And then this looks like the NX Brute character sheet. And then there's multiple sheets, so looks like there's probably about 10 or so, 5 or 10. So and this is in every single class, which is pretty cool. This is pretty awesome, man. I cannot wait to play this. Neither can my players are super stoked. Especially my friend Seth. He's like so looking forward to playing Gloomhaven. Because he was actually here when the UPS guy dropped the box off. So I think there's 6 starting classes. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 total classes that you can play over time. That's freaking amazing. 17. So let's start looking at this other stuff. These are players' reference cards. These are nice. I don't even know what's in here. Let's open it up. Don't use your teeth at home, kids, because you could break your chiclets out. So these are reference cards. Oh wow, and like loot cards and stuff. Maybe. Well. Oh, and then there's like maps of the cards where you like for quick reference. So these are all quick reference cards. That's pretty cool, man. It looks like it anyway. If I'm wrong, sorry. So let's see what this stuff is here. Let me open this pack up. Seeker of Zorn. Oh, so those are random scenario cards, someone said in chat. Merchant, Greed is good. I think these are your goals cards or something like that for whenever you start a campaign. So yeah, there's a bunch of them in here. So all these will go into the organizer that I have, so I won't need to ruin these, and I'm going to put them all in sleeves also. So I don't need to put rubber bands around them and ruin them or anything like that. They'll all go in sleeves. They'll all go in holders. Won't have to put them in the spokes of your bicycle tires to get that clicking sound effect like the kids used to do in the 50s and 60s. Here you go. What are these? Oh, these are city encounter cards. Look at all the city encounter cards. Holy cow. And it has like an A and B option where you gain and... Oh, and then here's the results. So here's what you have to do with option A or option B. And then here's the rewards where you can gain reputation or lose reputation. Look at that. Look at that. These are all... Man, look at all these city encounters. That is a ton of... That's probably 50 cards at least. Holy cow, that is badass, man. So that, I guess that's what you use when you're in Gloomhaven. So now I got some more cards here. These are... Oh, these are the road encounter cards. God, look at all these. There's probably 50 or 100 here. And then each one has option A and option B. So option A, run from the howling to safety, or B, let the wolves come and fight them, I guess. And then it has gain experience, you lose prosperity, you gain reputation. Look at that. Look at this, man. God bless America, man. Unbelievable job with this board game, dude. There's a couple more tokens, I think. Here's tokens for the different elements, I guess. Yeah, because there's a bunch of different elements. Here are the stands for the monsters, which I think these are upgraded because the ones in Volume 1 were pretty bad, I heard. Here's a bunch of cards. These look like magic item cards. Look at all those magic item cards. Holy cow, dude. I can't wait to open these up and look at a few. Man, these things are wrapped really good. Now, all I need to do is drop this crap. So here's Boots of Striding. Wonder where they got that from. During your movement, add +2 move, and there is a flying symbol, so you can fly too. To a single movement. Boots of Striding, here's one. So there's multiple cards. Winged shoes. During your movement, add jump symbol to the movement. Just tons of magic items. I mean, look at this tower shield. When damaged by an attack, gain shield of 2 for the attack. And then it tells you to discard the card or whatever. Wow, these are really cool. There's a lot of magic item cards. And it's cool because you can buy magic item cards with your treasure that you get in Gloomhaven depending on the tier of your group. So then you can go ahead, buy magic items, you can sell magic items, and they're permanent on your character, which I think I remember reading that. But that's in Gloomhaven, I think. Here's another. Ooh, these are These look like legendary magic item cards. Yeah, I think these are like the badass magic items. Boots of Leviathan, gain flying. Wow. Shoes of Happiness. If you move 6 or more hexes on your turn, gain 1. I don't know what that 1 is, life or something. Blinking Cape. During your turn, perform a move of a 4 with a jump or fly. Wow. All kinds of cool stuff. Look at that, man. All these are individual. Ooh, look at that. Chris would like this. This looks like his Venom Dagger. During your melee attack, you add 2 attack to a single attack. All right, that's cool. And then you play and discard these cards, and you can only use them once per adventure, I think. But you still keep them. They're just, they're just activated, I think. So, all right. So that's like an artifact deck, I guess. Here's another deck of cards. What are these here? I'm trying to feel around. Scroll of Stamina, that goes with those. So this is pretty impressive, man. I've never seen a board game like this. Let's see what these were about. Oh, these are modifier cards. I think this is the monster modifier deck. I do believe. So every time the monster attacks, it'll grab a card, and it can be +1, -1, 0, +2, nothing happens, or ×2 damage, or all kinds of different like effects and stuff too. So I need to read more on these. I don't know fully what these do yet, but yeah. So I think that's the monster modifier deck, because the classes already have their modifier decks in the boxes already, which I think that's just stellar, man, putting those in there like that. All right, so let's go next to this little deck here. Let's see, I don't know what these are, but these are locations, I guess. Maybe location cards. I don't know what they're for, but it has like a magma pit, underwater lagoon, sulfur mine, clockworks cone, arcane library, toxic moor, well of the unfortunate, looks like an island, and the windswept highlands. So that's with that. Here's a couple of more decks, and we're going to open these up. Don't know what to do. Have no clue. But we'll figure it out eventually. You and I, together, holding hands, singing Kumbaya. We will figure this mess out. This is a hot mess, let me tell you. There is a lot going on in this game. So these are cards. I don't know. Like Hunter. Kill one or more elite monsters. Okay, these are the goal cards. There's goal cards that you get. I think you draw a couple and you get to choose the one that you want to. So yeah, this is, and then there are achievements for each one of these. So here's one that's called Streamliner. Have 5 or more total cards in your hand and discard at the end of the scenario. So these look like, I think these are the goal cards. So here's Zealot. Have 3 or fewer total cards in your hand and discard at the end of the scenario. So yeah, I think these are the character goal cards. And everybody gets those every single adventure. So next, here's another modifier deck. I'm not too sure. Maybe they all get mixed together. I don't know. Or I think there may be different. I think because there's different monster types, I think there may be different modifier decks for the monsters. I think that could be possible. The plastic in my mouth. So there's more plus ones, minus ones, zeros, plus twos. Yeah. So yeah, a bunch more of these also. All right. So now we are getting to the monsters, I think, because I haven't seen any monster cards yet, and I got a mess here. Let me get to, wow, there's even a little organizer in here, a little divider. Wow, that's pretty nice. But I'll tell you what, I can't wait to get that organizer put together, because I was reading and it was saying that that organizer saves an hour worth of time to set up. That's what I read. I could be wrong. I don't know. So if you guys have the organizer, post in the comment section if it helps you or if it doesn't. Okay. Yep. So here are the monsters. Here are the monsters. So this is a... Oh, cool. So there are more. These are the monster sleeves, and you put the monsters in there from what I was seeing in the book. Okay, so let's see. Let's open up these first. So we'll kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone here. And kitties, don't use your teeth like I am. Here's all the monster cards, and you can see that there's 4 different versions of each. I think there's like an easy, a medium, a hard, and like an elite or something like that. So there's all kinds of different monsters. I think there's like 30, 40, or 50. And what you do, depending on your party level, you take this and you put this into the sleeve, and this is how you can tell the stats of the monster, if I am not mistaken. So you don't get confused with everything else. You know what I mean? And then you put the monster tokens and then the life and stuff on here, I think. But I could be wrong. But that, yeah, so if you have an upgraded monster, then you might just turn it and put something else in there. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And you know, I think you, if you don't figure out, I think the actual adventure will probably tell you. So, but that's what these are for. And I like that. It keeps it nice and organized, Martha Stewart style. And then here's all your monster cards, which there are a bunch. A Deep Terror, a Horror Infester, a Savus Lava Flow, and then it has a little piece of art too for each creature, which is actually really nice. Ice Storm, a Vermling Shaman. He's on the box actually. And then it has all of the attacks, everything, your armors, everything for this. So, yeah. And then there's like bosses, I think, too. So, yeah, here's a bad guy. The Gloom, the Prime Demon, Captain of the Guard, Jerksurith, even though it's Jexurith, Winged Horror, Dark Rider, the Slightless Eye. Wow, look at that. That looks cool. Looks like Seathun from World of Warcraft. The Colorless, the Betrayer, Cider Drake. No, not a Cider Drake, an Elder Drake, a Merciless Overseer, Inox Bodyguard, and a Bandit Commander. So there are a bunch of elites and different levels of the elites. So that's pretty cool. And then last but not least, oh, that's right. You get, as your class, you get attack cards and you get your modifier deck. So these are all the attack cards, the special attack cards for the monsters. Oh, man. This game just keeps getting better and better. I'm trying not to drop these anywhere either. And I think these are broken up into the different monster types, if I'm not mistaken, because I think I remember reading there were different monster types, question mark. I don't know. But here's like the living. Okay, so I guess it might be. Okay, so it's actually, these cards are by the actual monster. So here's the Living Bones cards. And if you draw this Living Bones card, then you can move. Your move will be affected at -1 with a fly, and an attack at +1. So here's the guard cards. Oh man, the archer. And like I said, there is a bunch of these all broken up by class. How awesome is that, man? Holy cow, dude. This is like insane. I never expected a board game to ever look like this. This is fan-fucking-tastic. And I'm sorry for cussing, and I try not to cuss on the streams anymore, but this is fan-effing-tastic, man. I mean, it really is. Holy cow. There is so much stuff in this game. And that, guys and gals, that's everything. I think I opened up everything, didn't I? I did. Wow, this is... There was a lot of love and thought and testing that went into this game. You can just tell by the sheer amount of content that is in this box. I mean, this is thousands of pieces. And it looks unorganized now, but when I get this Gloomhaven organizer, balsa wood organizer put together, and it has 16 trays, all these card organizers, I mean, this is going to be awesome. And look at this. I even forgot that there are monster box organizers for every monster. So you put these in with the classes. Oh, wow, that smells like a forest in there. Man. I cannot wait to play this. I really can't. And I can't wait to get that organizer put together. I'm going to do a time-lapse video on that so you guys can see that, how it all comes together and fits into the box. But, wow, guys, Gloomhaven. I am super stoked. And I'm going to play these adventures solo also, because this is yet another board game for 1 to 5 players. How cool is that, man? They take the single player in mind. They take that into consideration. That's smart as hell, man. So Gloomhaven, the board game. Good luck on finding one of these. These things are pretty expensive. And Nicholas, thank you so much, bud. I love you, man. This is the best present I got, man. And just wait for your birthday in a couple months, bud. Just wait till Dad's got something to show you, bud. And of course, I'm taking you to Las Vegas, too, for your birthday. So, but yes, my son turns 21. Thank you, son. He turns 21 in July, and I just cannot wait to start playing this. Man, this is amazing. This is one hell of a war game. And, you know, when I start streaming, when I start playing this with my friends and stuff, I'll start taking a lot of pictures, and I'll start actually putting that stuff up on the blog page on the website and stuff. So, all right, everybody, Gloomhaven. Awesome. The board game, tons of pieces. Got the removable sticker book. Got a couple thousand sleeves for all the different cards. And I got the organizer to make this thing all organized Martha Stewart style, because I want to keep it clean on aisle 17. And if you're a follower of the channel, you'll know what I'm talking about when I say that, as it just destroyed the focus on my camera. So if you guys like this video, please thumbs up. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. And if there was anything that I missed, leave a comment in the comment section. And I also want to know what you guys think, your first impression of this Gloomhaven board game, this monster of a board game. I definitely am going to be streaming these solo adventures too. So thank you guys for watching again. Like I said, thumbs it up. And until next time, happy gaming and stay safe. Bye, everybody.